Hello everyone. Thank you for watching my videos. Today I'm going to show you, without using the Bible, using Jehovah's Witnesses' own publication. And this book will prove the videos that I have made in the past and my research in the past from Judge Rutherford's own publications that he written before his death prove, shadow of a doubt, WatchTower has been lying to all of us and still lying to us today. This is a book, Jehovah's Witnesses, Proclaimers of God's Kingdom. Okay, when I went through this book, I found some interesting things. Some of this stuff in here, I found that they show books that Judge Rutherford wrote between 1918 to his death, 1942. And these books will prove that Judge Rutherford, when he came up with the name Jehovah's Witnesses, this guy was a false prophet. And this book will prove that the names of Jehovah's Witnesses was made by a false prophet. This book was written in 1993 by the WatchTower and Tract Society of Pennsylvania. And you see, it was published, WatchTower, Bible, and Tract Society of New York Company, International Bible Student Association, Brooklyn, New York, USA. Like I said, it was written in 1993. This is a picture of Besharim, which a bunch of us has did videos on this information. So my question is, if WatchTower was really hiding the past, why in the hell, excuse my Dutch, why in the hell did they put in this book, on this page, all the information that we try to show Jehovah's Witnesses and other people? WatchTower has been lying to them. So you see where it says Brother Russell had several. Anyway, we'll go from there. So I'm going to zoom out, and I'm going to turn to the page. Several cases of, I can't pronounce that word, after his release from unjust imprisonment in 1919. So the doctors wanted him moved to California because the weather was less irritation to his body, because he had one lung left. The other lung, I guess he had problems with one of his lungs. And you see right here, therefore he had only one good lung. So in 1920s, under doctor's treatment, he went to San Diego, California. Judge Rutherford was pretty good scam artist. He had people believe in two books, Millions Now Living Will Never Die, and another book called Harper God, showing that there was going to be a resurrection of King David and all of those, which I'm going to bring that out, and which it brings that out on this page. So you don't have to turn it off because you'll find it on this page. Page 76. Oh, that's right. That's 1 year past 1975 Jehovah's Witnesses. Coincidence. False prophecy after 1975 will be on page 76 of Judge Ruckford's lies about 1925. Wow. Anyway, they build a home in San Diego residence he named Beth Shurim, built with the funds and were directed contributions for that purpose. That means Bible students at that time, or later on, they became Jehovah's Witnesses. In 1931, they built this house for him. And I think he only spent 6 years in this house before he died in 1942. So, what else? In confronting Beth Shurim, the book Salvation, published in 1939, explains about the word Beth Shurim, the house of the princess. Well, y'all keep reading down. You see the proof for yourself. And it talks about, near the bottom, Brother Ruckford, death, the board of directors of the WatchTower decided to sell Beth Shurim. Why? The WatchTower was of December 5th, 1947, explained. Well, because they explained it because it was a bad embarrassment. That's what I heard that Nathan North said. It was a bad embarrassment for the WatchTower to keep hold on this house because those dead men did not come back to life. And like I said, the information is still on the same page. Well, let's go down to the bottom. It says, not merely in California is based not upon that house, Beth Shurim, but upon God's word of promise. Well, God's word of promise was to people at that time that Judge Ruckford said that, or WatchTower's promise, that you look down here on the bottom, at the time, it was believed that the faithful men of old times, such as Abraham, Joseph, and David, would be resurrected, therefore, of this system of things, and serve as princes in all the earth. Like I said, this is on page 76. So, remember I mentioned about the book of salvation? Well, before we get to that, from 1917 until 1941, there was 24 books, 86 booklets, and they talk about the yearbooks and all of that. The magazine Golden Age and Consolation, which later on those became the Wake magazine. And Consolation, I seen that magazine, it has the picture of that house. So here's all the books that Judge Ruckford wrote. Now we're going to concentrate on 3 of them. One of them is the book of salvation. Millions Now Living Would Never Die, Harp of God. 3 of his books from his collection. And you see for yourself. You can pause it. You can read it. Page 311. At San Diego, California, there was a small piece of land was purchased 1929. That's before Jehovah's Witnesses became Jehovah's Witnesses in 1931. I wasn't quite remembered that. And you'll see right here the WatchTower, or near the bottom. The title of Besharim was invested in the WatchTower and Bible and Church Society in trust. I mean, they were supposed to trust to keep this home till those men was going to be resurrected. And guess what? They never did. So, WatchTower with Nathan Noah as the president, they sold the house. Now, Millions Now Living Would Never Die. Guess what? Those people, those millions never, at that time, was probably about 50, 70, 80 years old. Or maybe some of them was much younger than that. But today, they're all dead. And on page 89, 90, it talks about confidently expect that 1925 will mark the return of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. The prophets are old. Guess what, people? That never happened. And that was just out of the second book. Harp of God. Because of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and the other faithful prophets described by the Apostle Paul in Hebrews. And as you go a little ways down, it says, therefore, it is reasonable. Now, this book was written in 1920 or 1921. Therefore, it is reasonable to expect them to be back on earth at the beginning of the resurrection blessing. What I mean, they was going to be resurrected. And henceforth, these faithful men be expected on earth within the next few years. That means they were supposed to be resurrected in 1925. 1925, they never showed up. 1930, they never showed up. 1935, they never showed up. 1940, they never showed up. 1942, only thing happened, Judge Rutherford died, and those men still not showed up. So, Jehovah's Witnesses, if you want to know the truth about your religion, go to these websites. Here's some more. Go to these websites. I done showed you from your own book, the Proclaimer's book, Jehovah's Witnesses Proclaiming of God's Kingdom. Your God's Kingdom by Judge Rutherford was a false prophet. You still are a false prophet because the WatchTower learned a long time ago not to put dates. No more dates. False dates. Then they made 1975, and I remember, and others remember, and guess what? Nothing happened. And you're still holding on the 7 men claiming to be God's sole child. And guess what? The sole child is really Satan the devil. Because whoever's a liar and a false prophet, their deeds and their wisdom is from Satan the devil. Because he's a father of the lie. That makes WatchTower a father of lie. Thank you and have a nice day.